What's up, everybody? Let's take a look at the stock market. Look at this S&P 500 futures in front of us. These are the September 21 contracts. Guys, I said back on my previous video that the stock market was going to pull back, and look at this, what's developing here. Now, I said if you didn't watch my previous video, you can look at look for the link in the description of this video. I talked about July 1st was a very significant day. Okay, very significant day. Okay, the market was really showing that it was getting, as we like to say, tired. It was showing signs of getting tired on July 1st. Go watch that video. Very important video. And then on July 8th, had a big down day. And as you can see on the screen here, I'm holding E-micro S&P 500 futures contracts. I'm holding 4 of them and shorted them. Average price 4329. So I haven't closed these yet because I still firmly believe the market is going to pull back. And the high there was 43.83. You can see on the screen. I think we'll get at least a $100 pullback from that point. Could be more. Could be as much as $400 or $500 pullback. Okay. And now I see 2 days in a row. Of course, this is a very, very new day. Just started here at 5 o'clock Central Time. So it's only been going on for about not quite 2 hours. So there's a lot of day left on this trading day. So we'll see what happens at the close of the futures market tomorrow. But right now, I'm looking at these 2 days. I see a red day for today that just ended, July 13th. And July 14th is looking like there's something going on here. We have the forecaster beginning to really show and to suggest that the prices will come down. Momentum is waning just a little bit. And if it breaks below that 50 mark, right now momentum is 62.5. If it breaks below 50, guys, game on. Game on. So I still firmly believe that this is going to be a decent pullback. A decent pullback. And I kept my position small because timing on a very bullish market is difficult. So I kept my position small so I didn't get myself in trouble. 4 little contracts on the E-micro. So just a little bit of leverage going on here, no big deal. Down $540-ish right now. We're going to see what this puppy does. At the moment, I have a buy to close. You'll see on the screen there at, let's see, what is that at? 4304. So I don't know what that turns out to be, about $400 or $500, about $500 or $600 worth of profit. Yeah, about $500 worth of profit, somewhere around there. I might adjust that if I see that the market's pulling back hard. I might move that buy to close a little bit lower. We'll see. But right now it's where I have it, because this way if something happens overnight and, blah, 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 and I'm sleeping and I don't mind taking the $500 profit. Who doesn't, right? But during the day when I'm watching, it's a little bit different. I don't have to necessarily have a buy to close going on. I can wing it a little bit and keep an eye on it, though. That isn't always a good idea either. So we'll see what happens. The market is looking the S&P 500 in particular is looking sketchy. Definitely looking sketchy. We'll see if my time is right. You also know it's got some cycle analysis going on down there. Okay. I use quite a few different methods that are combined. I use cycle analysis. I also use sector strength, which I have a subscription to a service that does look at the strongest sectors and the weakest sectors for that matter. And pretty knowledgeable group of guys doing the sector analysis. So I don't want to dive too deep into that because it's a subscription service, and I don't want to, I don't want to out these guys and start saying things about their service because it's really not right. If you're not paying for the service, I try to respect the fact that they're charging for their service. But what I can say is they're saying the same things I am, and I've been saying it for about a week. And I got looked at one of their articles they put out once a week, and it was total confirmation what I said. They're expecting to pull back as well. And but long term, and I said this too, I didn't think we're going to have like $1,000 or $2,000 pullback, 1,000, 2,000 point pullback on S&P 500. I thought it was going to be anywhere from 1 to 500 points, something like this, and then we're going to probably continue to have some strength in the market. So that's my contention, and I'm going to stick with that, as I honestly believe the market will pull back significantly enough for me to close these positions at a profit. Thank you very much. Now, the last thing I want to look at real quick is I want to look at ARLP. Oh, no. VTGN. Look at this, guys. VTGN. Look at that. Remember I talked about the VTGN a few days back? It came up, touched the top of that channel. Look at this stock. This stock is just trading so ideal. It's crazy. I sold it up there on the second red candlestick on July 6th. And now here we are all the way July 13th. This thing is pulling back hard right as the market is probably going to pull back. This thing's going to pull back. I'm going to keep a close eye on this baby. VTGN is not necessarily in a strong sector, so that's important. You really got to pay attention. It's actually in a weak sector. In fact, I think biomedicals is the absolute weakest sector. So there's something to be said about that. Though biomedicals, it can run, it can go deep into weakness. It's one of those sectors that can go super deep, like super oversold. As a sector, it can really run way down. So you got to watch it. It's not like a typical sector. It can run, it can just get totally beat up and then some, bludgeoned even. So with this sector, you got to pay attention. But I bought 100 shares, just nibbling, guys. Very small position, 100 shares, just nibble on this stock, okay? Because I want to watch its behavior, and if it bounces off that bottom channel, gets down there, I might nibble on another 50 or 100 shares and see what it does and not get overextended. And if that baby rebounds, I accelerate my position a little bit, add on. If it comes back to the top of the channel, guess what? You sell for another profit. That's the way it works, guys and gals. That's how you do it. Okay? Trade in the strongest sectors, that's a really good idea. Okay? In this case, this is not a very strong sector, but this happens to be a very strong stock that's trading in a pattern that is like crazy good. So, because it's not in a strong sector, I'm being very conservative in my position size. 100 shares, that's it. We're going to wait to see what it does. I got a good feeling about this stock. Like I said before, if you haven't watched my previous videos on this stock, VTGN, you should go watch them because phase 3 approval by the FDA. They have a depression drug that looks like it's going to do well. They're kind of right on the edge of profitable, not profitable. So for a biomedical company, it's actually a good thing to be profitable. A lot of them aren't. So that's my take on VTGN. I think it's good to nibble on a few shares as we dip lower and lower and wait for it to respond positively before you pile in a little bit bigger position. Lastly, ARLP. This stock went all the way up to $7.92 just yesterday. $7.12. What a monster stock. This thing is knocking on the door of $8. You can see my position there on the right. I'm holding 5,000 shares. At one point, I think it was up over $8,000. It's pulled back the last couple days, which is kind of following what the stock market's doing in general. So I expect this to pull back. We'll see how far it pulls back. But overall, this stock continues to move up. What a monster stock, guys. This thing is still a monster stock. We can see the forecaster down there looking like it's going to definitely suggesting pullback. Momentum's beginning to roll over. So not too concerned about it. I'm not closing any positions on this. I'm not selling anything. We're definitely holding on to ARLP. I would be surprised if this thing doesn't get up to at least $15 or $20. Its average lifetime price is somewhere between like $18 and $20. So this thing is grossly trading well below its lifetime average. So we'll see. I think this thing's got a lot of life left in it. And I'm interested to see if they declare a dividends coming up here in August. So that's a little added plus. If you are holding the shares of this stock, you could potentially get a dividend in August. We'll see if they declare one. I think they're going to, especially if they were profitable last quarter. I think they're going to be profitable again this quarter. Their price per share has gone up dramatically. We'll see if they pay a dividend. I think it's even possible. Their last dividend was 10 cents per share. I think they might even bump it up to 15 or 20 cents. It could happen. So that would be pretty huge, especially considering how cheap this stock is. My goodness. So I don't give financial advice, guys and gals, but I will say I'm sharing with what I do, so you get an opportunity to see what I do. You can make decisions for yourself. I say this stock is a winner, and it's going to continue to be a winner for quite a while. Listen, before we go on, click that subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, and go ahead and click that bell notification icon so you get notified of all the videos as I put them out. So I just want to wrap up by saying, yeah, I do think the stock market's going to pull back here pretty soon, if not already showing that it's going to do that. Not sure how long it's going to last, though we can look at the cycle analysis, and I'll just finish up with this. It looks like somewhere around June 22nd-ish would be the low. Somewhere around, July 22nd, my bad. July 22nd, maybe a few days past that, would be the low. That's what we call cycle analysis. So I look at the strength of sectors. I trade based on strength of sectors. I might take long positions on strong sectors and look for the best stocks in those sectors. I might short on weak sectors, okay? Stuff like that. Okay, in this case, I'm shorting stock S&P 500 because I do believe it's going to pull back. And then for timing, I use cycle analysis. Okay, and there are other ways to get the timing. And then I think after that, guys, I do think the stock market is going to rebound pretty good. We'll see how far it pulls back, because that's going to have a lot to do with, the strength moving forward. But it would be wise, I believe, for myself, and perhaps you believe the same thing, to protect your position, protect your account. Move your money into bonds maybe temporarily. I don't know. Some option strategies, whatever it is you need to do to protect yourself a little bit here short term, might not be a bad idea. And that's pretty much that, guys and gals. We will talk to you soon again next time.